Good afternoon. Let's go ahead and get started with our pre-council meeting this Tuesday afternoon, September the 3rd. Opening prayer this evening will be done by Mike Dinsmore. Pledge of allegiance by Deputy Chief Easterwood. We'll approve minutes of August 19th regular council meeting. Approve the agenda for tonight, September the 3rd. Public hearing, there will be none. Reports from standing committee. Reports from special committee, there will be none. Report on the status of city finances. Sandy will be making that presentation. New business will be an amendment to ordinance 2016-09 per legislative annexation date dated August 1st, and this will be for the annexation we did just a couple of months ago, but it went in effect August 1, they're right, man. Yeah, go ahead.
What that is you all know the annexing property in as of August the 1st. Those areas are within voting districts. When we reviewed the census data where we can put those areas 2 and 6 geographical and they can go in those districts. So this is just adding that. I would ask tonight that you vote to suspend the rules for immediate consideration, because I would like to get this to the registrar so they can get on top of their stuff for our election next year.
Any other questions for Amanda? Number 2 item will be a resolution to authorize the mayor to execute a home energy supplier agreement with low-income home energy assistance program. And Amanda's going to explain that.
It's the same thing we do every year. There's no different. It's the life program with steps.
Any questions? Item number 3 is a resolution to authorize the mayor to execute an agreement with Golf Now. Is Matthew here? Yeah, there he is. Matthew.
Don't make me nervous.
Oh, you'll be right.
All right, so Golf Now is a marketing and technology program that will help us reach out to other golfers outside our local area. It is pretty much the leading source of golf course ratings and reviews. It is in connection with our purchase of sales, which is our POS system. It allows us to look, it allows others to really look at our, come in and see our golf course and make a book online.
What's the cost for this?
All right, so there's no out-of-pocket cost. Okay, that is basically, all right. It's an online tee time. You come in. It's offered online every day, and let's see. All right, 80% of it goes to them. There's things called a hot deal. Okay, so what that means is they actually, when you hit me out, son.
You bring him a towel. I think he's sweating, son.
What we do is we give Golf Now two times a day. That any times we pick. It can be 9 in the morning and 6 in the evening. And they can use those. They'll put them out there in what they call a hot deal. So if you go on, there's like 20,000 golf courses, I think, on this Golf Now. So if you come in Elliott City for Labor Day weekend, you go on Golf Now and look, okay, what golf courses are around here? It'll show you 2 right now. Hopefully we'll be the 3rd one. And then you go in there and book a tee time. Like sometimes Golf Now say, okay, at 9 o'clock in the morning is a hot deal. So what that means is we get 20% of green fee, $35. We'll get 20%. They get the other 80%.
Only at one tee time on 4 golfers?
Yeah, it can be up to that. So that way we don't have any expense in it, and that's how they recoup their money, so that we get a free supposed system as how we manage. It's our cash register pretty much is what Golf Now is for us. That's what we keep up with it. Yeah.
And marketing.
And in marketing too for us.
Try to put us on the map.
Bottom line, that costs anything.
No.
When you said no out-of-pocket expense, you had.
We looked at others that we was gonna purchase and stuff, and it just, with the advertisement that goes along with this one, we felt like this was the best one.
Any other questions?
We're gonna keep Matthew up here in this.
Yeah. I would like to, not put him on the spot, but give Matthew an attaboy, as far as the condition of the golf course. Of course, I haven't had the opportunity to play down there since you took over, Matthew, but I hear a lot of people that do, and they are all positive as far as what you're doing there, so you just need to keep up what you're doing. We appreciate it. Item number 4 is a resolution to set a public hearing to rezone multiple annex property. Albert?
That actually sounds a whole lot more difficult than what we're actually putting forward. We're bringing in these new areas that have been annexed through the legislature, and they have to be zoned something. And there are a few known businesses in that area, and there are a couple of people who are going to, or at least plan to open businesses. One is to lease a cell tower, and they have come to us and said, will you go ahead and zone us business? So we have proposed all of the businesses that are already there, and any who have approached us to say we're planning on opening business here, to zone them B2. The rest of it at this point is considered residential, and of course it's not close to the city center, so we plan to zone all of the residential as rural residential.
You say B2 would be that on 280 there at Starbucks?
If there's a business already there, it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Not if there's no business or anything, then we pretty much are doing everything else rural residential. Of course, all you got to do is come for the planning and zoning and ask for a change to zoning, and I think we're pretty generous when somebody wants to change it. This is just, we got to do something to start it. So if anybody contacted us and disagreed, if they said we would like to be a B2 or whatever, we said, well, we'll just zone it the way they want it. But only if we put that call out and said, hey, tell us what you want, we would have never, got there. So anybody who doesn't like the way they're zoned can bring us a reason, and we'll be glad to take it under consideration.
Any other questions? Yeah, am I wrong? I think most of that, we went over that number 1, most of that annexation is going to be involved with District 6, is that right? Splitting it up between 6 and 2. Thank you. Item number 5 is a resolution to accept funds to improve the dog park located at Alexander City on Charles E. Bailey Sports Flex. I didn't know we had a dog park out there, but I guess we do.
You think so? It's a piece of a dog park. We're working with Commissioner Steve Robinson on 3 projects that we'll be receiving these funds for. One is to redo the dog park we have, tear down what we have. We've seen an increase in usage out there, and what we have now is a wood fence with what I call chicken wire on it, and 1 bench out there. And we're coming back with an ornamental iron fence with some dog toys and different things out there. It's going to be a nice, very nice dog park. It's located now down below the track area at the sports club. And then one project is a portable splash pad that we'll be getting with these funds we're receiving. We'll be able to take that to the schools or any event we have, whatever we feel like we can set it up at the pool during the summer, different things. And the other is we've had pickleball has got big in Alex City, and right now they're playing at the college on those courses, which they're having to take those off every night. They go over there to take. It's a different size than a tennis court, and pull the tape up when they're done. So we're looking at 6th Street, there used to be tennis courts there. So we're looking at, when we get our new budget, hopefully resurfacing that. Our staff's going to try to buy the resurfacing and do it in-house. But this will cover the pickleball net and all for that. And get started there and see how that goes. And then if it gets bigger, we'll have to look down the road at moving some pickleball courts. Pickleball.
Pickleball.
Yeah.
So,
It's like tennis.
can you realize how much this is costing the city?
It's costing the city zero besides resurfacing the pickleball courts, which is coming out of our regular operating budget. So this is zero. So this is one y'all should always vote yes on.
So we're having somebody donate the county commission.
Yes, sir.
So it's our tax
Yes,
dollars
sir.
coming back to us.
Yes. Mr. Robinson he got his kids one weekend, his grandkids, and they wanted to go do something. He realized there wasn't a whole lot to do on the weekend, so he wanted to start putting some things back in for the youth to start doing some different things. We got some other projects coming along also that we're excited about, and I feel like the dog park, we've seen a huge increase at the sports place, people walking dogs and stuff. So this is the first 3 projects we're starting.
Steve's been here 59 years and he just realized there's nothing to do.
I'm going to plead the fifth and sit down now. Thank y'all.
All right, son. Appreciate it. Okay, item number 6, a request to waive the business license fees for vendors participating in Oktoberfest. I know we've done this year after year. Who's speaking on this? Amanda, Megan, Blake?
Megan Blake.
She might be nervous.
No, she ain't. Come on.
Matthew kind of broke ties, so I'm good now. I just wanted to ask that you guys would waive the business licenses for the vendors that are participating in the annual Oktoberfest, and we also request police and EMS to be at the event. That's all.
This is something we've done every year. Anybody got any questions?
All right, great.
Item number 7 is a request to approve the Walking for Warriors event at Bailey Sportsplex track on Saturday, September the 21st.
Tallahassee Caring Refuge is a non-profit organization in Tallahassee County that raises money for cancer patients, anybody undergoing cancer treatment. And we want to host the inaugural Walking for Warriors event at the track at the Sportplex on September the 21st. It'll be very similar to the old Relay for Life. We'll have dinner for cancer patients, and then we'll have live music and vendors and games for the kids.
Okay, is this a first time thing?
This is the first time that we've held this. Tallahassee Caring Refuge started last year, and so far we have assisted about probably 15 different families, and are currently getting donations from various organizations that do fundraising for us.
Okay. You're Kim?
I am.
Tell them who most of the people you help, where they come from.
They're all residents of Tallahassee County. So all the money that we raise stays right here in Tallahassee County.
Okay, any other questions? Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Then we have, we'll follow that by comments from the mayor, finance director, the city clerk, and the council. Okay, this time we'll go ahead and call our regular council meeting to order, Tuesday, September the 3rd. What did you say?
Wait.
Oh, no. Okay, our opening prayers, this is going to be by Mike Dennismore, and then Chief Easterwood would lead us in place of allegiance.
Mr. President, I'd ask for a moment of personal privilege before I pray, if I may.
No.
The Outlook gave us a great article, our church a great article last week about refurbing the Spring Hill Park, and we didn't deserve all that, because when we got started working on that park, your teams kicked in, and we didn't know when one of your teams was going to show up with a mulcher to move some of that ugly stuff out of the way. The fire department showed up, the Parks and Recreation folks showed up, the street department showed up. So we've got a grant that we're working to improve the quality of life for the people in that community. We've got a swing set coming in that the city is gracious. We're going to pay for it, but the city is going to install it. So I just wanted to set the record straight that it's not just us that's doing that. So thank you, because we've realized nothing but absolute cooperation from your folks in that endeavor. So may we pray. Oh, gracious and holy God, how we give you thanks for your gifts of grace in our life, for the resources that you have entrusted to us, and for this marvelous place that you have enabled us to live. We give you thanks for the leadership we have, and we pray that you would make them wise and discerning concerning the future, that their decisions might be wise and prudent, and that the choices they make would be fruitful to the quality of life for your people. Tonight, as we gather, we pray that you'd bring a peace about this fellowship, that everything might go smoothly, and that which needs to be done is done. And we give you thanks in advance that you will continue to lead us forward until we reach the state of progress you have for your people and the quality of life they deserve. Hear our prayer in the name of Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, at this time we'll accept the motion to approve the minutes for August 2019 regular council meeting minutes.
I make a motion we approve the August 19th regular council meeting minutes as presented.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call vote. Councilman Tappan?
Yay.
Councilwoman Coleman?
Yay.
Councilman Hardy?
Yay.
Councilman Eric Brown?
Yay.
Councilman Chris Brown?
Yay.
Yay for me. Then we'll accept a motion to approve tonight's agenda, September 3rd, 2019.
Make a motion we approve the agenda as written.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call vote. Councilman Tappan?
Yay.
Councilwoman Coleman?
Yay.
Councilman Hardy?
Yay.
Councilman Eric Brown?
Yay.
Councilman Chris Brown?
Yay.
Yay for me. Public hearing, there's none. Reports from standing committee. Finance committee, I have no report at this time. Public safety committee, Councilman Tappan.
No report.
Utilities committee, Councilman Chris Brown.
No report.
Parks and Rec committee, Councilman Hardy.
I would like to just say we've got 3 of our Parks and Recreation team here today. Obviously, Sonny is the director, facility coordinator at the golf course, and Megan Blake is the event and programs coordinator. They've been doing a tremendous job. And to echo what you were saying about the golf course, I have been playing a lot here lately. Still high up on the scoring aspect, but the course looks the best it's ever looked, and so a lot of that goes to the direction of Sonny, and then obviously the group itself. So just wanted to commend you guys on all the great work you're doing, especially Miss Megan Blake, who's new to the team.
Thanks, Scott. Public Works Committee, Councilman Eric Brown.
No report.
Buildings and Property, Councilman Coleman.
No report.
Reports from Special Committee, there's none. Reports from status of city finances, July 2019. And I turn it over to Sandy.
Okay, and you have in front of you, of course, as I look down, the heading says activity through June. That is not correct. It is through July. So the heading then period budget through 7/19 and actual through 7/19 is correct. In general fund, at the end of July, we did have about $1 million in spending above revenue, but if you look at that compared to the budget, we were budgeted at 2.5, so we have very carefully kept that in check through the 7 months. Looking at the enterprise funds, the spending, which includes capital, is about $1 million below revenue. So when we combine those two for the months through July, we are at 101,000 black, which, as you remember, look at the budget column, when we passed that budget, we knew that it was spending heavy and that we were going to carefully control it. Looking down at the bottom section, about $300,000 in capital was spent during the month of July, and I've given you a breakdown of almost 200 of that. The landfill, we had a $30,000 expense for engineering. Public Works, we did get one vehicle, which was $30,000. The airport PAPI lighting, there were invoices paid at about $88,000, and finally the golf course, the Toro sprayer at $30,000. And aren't I correct that Toro sprayer was $5,000 or $10,000 below what we had actually planned? Once Matthew looked at what we had, felt like he could get the job done with a less costly piece of equipment. So that's $179,000 toward capital for the month. Questions?
Hearing none. Thank you, Sandy.
How's August?
Pardon me? Pardon?
I said, how's August?
Well, we need about 6 more work days to get preliminary numbers, and then after that, I'll have an idea.
Okay. No unfinished business, new business. Amanda?
An amendment to ordinance 2016-09 per legislative annexation dated for August 1st, 2019, which is a local act 2019-208, to amend voting districts 2 and 6. I would ask for Nick if you could do that.
This time I'll hear motions to suspend the rules for immediate consideration.
Make a motion the rules be suspended.
We got a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call vote. Councilman Tablin?
Yay.
Councilwoman Colvin?
Yay.
Councilman Hardy?
Yay.
Councilman Eric Brown?
Yay.
Councilman Chris Brown?
Yay.
Yay for me. Now I take a motion to approve the amendment as written.
I make a motion we we approve the amendment as written.
Have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call vote. Councilman Tapley?
Yay.
Councilwoman Colvin?
Yay.
Councilman Hardy?
Yay.
Councilman Eric Brown?
Yay.
Councilman Chris Brown?
Yay.
And yay for me. Item number 2.
A resolution to authorize the mayor to execute a home energy supplier agreement with Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, which is LIHEAP, and this is just a reoccurrence of each year.
Do I have a motion to approve this resolution as written?
Make a motion we approve the resolution as written.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call vote. Councilman Tapley?
Yay.
Councilwoman Colvin?
Yay.
Councilman Hardy?
Yay.
Councilman Eric Brown?
Yay.
Councilman Chris Brown?
Yay.
Yay for me. Item number 3.
A resolution to authorize the mayor to execute an agreement with Golf Now with no cost to the city.
Do I hear a motion to approve the resolution as written?
I make a motion we approve Golf Now.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
I guess one thing for Matthew is there a way it's going to be tracked to know when these deals are accepted?
Through the POS system, it's anytime they send
That way we'll get to see how many folks actually take advantage of it. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Roll call vote. Councilman Tapley?
Yay.
Councilwoman Colvin?
Yay.
Councilman Hardy?
Yay.
Councilman Eric Brown?
Yay.
Councilman Chris Brown?
Yay.
Yay for me. Item number 4.
A resolution to set a public hearing to rezone multiple annex properties, and that public hearing is going to be for October the 7th. It's the first meeting in October.
Do we have a motion to approve the resolution as written?
Make a motion we approve the resolution as written.
We have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call vote. Councilman Tapley?
Yay.
Councilwoman Colvin?
Yay.
Councilman Hardy?
Yay.
Councilman Eric Brown?
Yay.
Councilman Chris Brown?
Yay.
And yay for me. Item number 5.
A resolution to accept funds to improve the dog park located at the Charles E. Bailey Senior Sportsplex. as also as other items that Sunny stated.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve the resolution as written?
Make a motion to approve the resolution as written.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second, do a discussion.
And just like to thank Steve Robinson and Sonny for working together to get this taken care of.
Roll call vote, Councilman Tappan?
Yay.
Councilwoman Colvin?
Yay.
Councilman Hardy?
Yay.
Councilman Eric Brown?
Yay.
Councilman Chris Brown?
Yay.
Yay for me. Item number 6.
A request to waive the business license fee for vendors participating in the Oktoberfest.
We have a motion to approve the request as written.
Make a motion we approve the request as written.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second, any discussion? Roll call vote, Councilman Tappan?
Yay.
Councilwoman Colvin?
Yay.
Councilman Hardy?
Yay.
Councilman Eric Brown?
Yay.
Councilman Chris Brown?
Yay.
And yay for me. Item number 7.
A request to approve the Walking for Warriors event at the Charles E. Bailey Center Sportplex track on Saturday, September 21st, 2019.
Do we have a motion to approve the request as written?
Make a motion we approve the request as written.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second, any discussion?
I want to thank y'all for doing this. It's really awesome to know that with Relay, our money went outside of our area, but to know that you all are doing this and it stays here, it's a great help to a lot of families, so thank y'all.
Roll call vote, Councilman Tappan?
Yay.
Councilwoman Colvin?
Yay.
Councilman Hardy?
Yay.
Councilman Eric Brown?
Yay.
Councilman Chris Brown?
Yay.
Yay for me. Comments from our mayor?
I want to make sure everybody does understand, I think you do, but Pastor Dinsmore, when he's talking about the improvements made at Spring Hill Park, that is city-owned property, the improvements that went on there. Does everybody know that? It's a city-owned property, and it's well needed over there, and I thank Mike for his leadership to improve that park and to make it a viable park for the people in that community. Really, in Alexander City, but we hope it really excites people over there. And Mike and I both grew up in that park. We learned how to play baseball and football there. So it brings back a lot of memories for us, but maybe it'll generate a lot of memories for other kids too in the future. I want to thank him for that. I want y'all to join me in congratulating Amanda Thomas. She is now a certified city clerk, state of Alabama. She just completed her certification last week. So it took a lot of time and effort and studying. And thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
We appreciate the job you do. Just wanted to relate to everybody, there have been 9 general contractors that have picked up information that we think are going to be bidding on our project with our municipal complex. So we had a big turnout last week for that pre-construction setting over there at the municipal complex. We did extend it 1 week for them to turn in their bids because we felt like it was too tight of a time frame. There's a lot of competition out there right now, and a lot of people are busy doing work. So we moved it to September the 19th is when they're going to open bids. So today's the 3rd, so we got, 16 more days. But I believe that'll give them enough time. The other thing I wanted to mention is this is budget month. Well, it's budget month. Budget's been going on for the last couple of months, but this is really budget month, and we're going to be asking for some of your time, probably 2 meetings. Probably the first one will be the week of the 16th. I won't say that. I don't know what day that week, but Tim and Amanda will work that out. But as far as the first work session on the budget, and then maybe another one the following week, because there's usually questions and need to get resolved and modifications made. Our goal is, again, to pass the budget on time. Sandy may want to say more about that, but that's all I have.
Okay, Tommy, can I ask you, of the contractors that picked up the bid applications, were any of those local contractors?
There was one that was local, yes. And we had another one who wants to be a sub, but he was there, but he didn't want to be, he was not qualifying for a general contractor. But we did have one.
Comments from the finance director?
No comments, just a lot of work going on.
Comments from city clerk?
Mayor talked about the work sessions and Sandy about work sessions for budget. one week, when we start talking about that, can we go ahead and just schedule both of them at the same time instead of coming back to back? And is that fine with y'all? And when we do that, we'll discuss. I say back to back, but go ahead and schedule both of them out. That way we can go ahead and put our public notice out as both dates versus two separate notices and all that kind of stuff.
I think it's a good idea.
Also, too, we've received our election calendar in for next year. The election will take place on the 25th of August of next year. But there's a lot of prep work that's going to take place in that, so you may see me bringing up resolutions or ordinances pertaining specifically to that we have to by law pass and things. So, that'll just be coming up. That's pretty much what this next year is going to be. So, get ready for that.
Thank you, ma'am. Comments from the council? Yeah. Councilman Tappert.
I think everybody coming out, there's several faces that's not here, that's normally here, so we miss those. Thank everybody in the community, what you do to keep this place a community. It takes the love and fellowship and God in your hearts to everyone feel welcome and appreciated here, and I appreciate what everybody does. Just keep everybody in your prayers. There's a lot of tragedy going on, hurricanes, deaths. Just everybody needs prayer. So keep your family, your friends, your neighbors, just everyone in prayer. There's a lot of needs. So just continue to pray and thank God for what you have. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Bobby. Councilwoman Colvin.
Thank y'all for coming out. I appreciate you all. Continue to pray for us. We'll continue to pray for our community. Y'all have a great week. Everybody be safe.
Thank you, Councilman Hardy.
Friday, we had the naming of the stadium at the Sportplex, which is now the Martin Savarese Stadium. And as we're doing the introductions, the mic wasn't on early on, so nobody got to hear the primary thing that I wanted to say was thank you to the mayor and the council for ensuring that that became a reality. So between you guys and all the city workers that made it possible, Friday night, outside of the game itself, was a tremendous evening, and both Coach Martin and Coach Savarese were very thrilled. So I just wanted to relay their appreciation as well as mine. You guys have a great week.
Thank you, Scott. Councilman Eric Brown.
Thank everybody for coming out. And we do have some truly great city employees. 3 years now, I've never had one single request that I've made, no matter what department, I always got an answer. If it was to help somebody, it was done immediately. So whether it's police, fire, parks and rec, whoever, it's always been answered. So thank you guys for always doing such a great job.
Thank you, Eric. Councilman Chris Brown.
Just thank everybody for coming out and kind of echo what Bobby and Scott were talking about in our community. We had a very good turnout Thursday night out here in the park for our community pep rally. It was great to see everybody that came out. Hopefully that'll be something that'll be done again in the future. And hope everybody has a great week and had a home game Friday night. Come out to a sports place and support our Wildcats.
Thank you, Chris. I don't really have anything to add. It's already been said, but glad everybody came out tonight. Motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
A motion to adjourn. Do we have a second?
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor, raise your right hand.